You are listening to Wedding and Event Insider. This is Michelle Twerberg, your host. I have known today's guest for many years. She is one of the very first founding members of Twin Cities Wedding and Event Professionals. She has supported our networking endeavors, has been a part of our event community. She welcomes and really makes people feel at ease connecting them here in the community. Her team and herself provide affordable custom wedding ceremonies. She's been in business for the last 15 years, and you can hear her dedication to her clients as you listen in to what her goal was and is in starting her business.
My whole goal in starting my business was to help couples to achieve their dream of a wedding that went wonderfully, that was everything they wanted, and that was as stress-free as could possibly be.
Welcome, Susan, with Perfect Day Ceremonies, Affordable I-Dos.
Perfect Day Ceremonies and Affordable I-Dos is a group of wedding officiants that I started 15 years ago. And we specialize in custom created weddings with unique ideas and highly organized planning down to the very smallest detail. We serve all people and celebrate all religions and faiths, as well as those who do not wish to include any religion at all.
Awesome. You have a great reputation here in the Twin Cities. Can you tell me what inspired you to start your business?
Well, my husband and I decided to get married, but we wanted to elope to Mexico, and we planned a perfect little intimate ceremony with just the two of us and our celebrant that I found down on Isla Mujeres. We had our wedding on a beach at sunset. And that's exactly what I wanted. I was able to plan it with her by email.
Wow.
And it was everything that I dreamed of, and it didn't include anything that we didn't want, including family drama. The only hit was that it wasn't legal. So when we got back, I started looking into a justice of the peace just to tie the knot for us. And 15 years ago, I couldn't find somebody who would be willing to just sign our certificate without having us jump through their hoops and conform to their ideas of being prepared for marriage. Well, being a tenacious researcher, I just kept digging until I found an obscure little company to do it. And in the meantime, I started planning to create a company to fill this obvious void in the wedding industry. I knew that with my background in Christian ministry, dance, and stage production through my former church, that I would be able to create unique weddings that would honor the couple in their own unique way while making a meaningful impact on their guests. So the long story short, what I thought would be a fun little part-time business hobby turned into a full-time endeavor in less than a year.
Wow. That is awesome. And I've known you for a lot of years, actually, Susan. You've been like I said, you have such a great reputation here in the Twin Cities. I've actually been a photographer for some of the weddings we've done together, and I've seen you as the officiant, and you really do a great job capturing the guests' attention and making it a meaningful ceremony. And I love how you customize the vows with the couple and just make it their own. I do have to give you definitely kudos as far as the officiants that I've seen, that you do such a beautiful job. And the guests are just mesmerized through that ceremony, and you just make it really perfect for the couple. So you do a great job, and it's an important job. And I guess another little bit I can throw your way too is just how organized you are in taking care of that couple and their guests, and just letting them know, like with rehearsal and just trying to figure out all the details and having it just run really smooth on their day. It takes somebody that will walk them through that, and you do that. And so I just want to thank you from the event industry as well, because I have been to a lot of different ceremonies that don't have that touch that you do. And it does make an impact on the guests and everybody that's participating.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that compliment and that feedback, because it is what I strive for first and foremost, is that everybody knows their role and the couple is put at ease, and there isn't that stress and that hectic, well, wait, when do we do this? And how does the reader know when to come up? And when do I pass off my bouquet? And I talk through every one of those aspects and more with each couple, and we go over everything thoroughly. It's all pre-written out and scripted, if you will, so that the couple can really visualize how everything is going to go weeks before the wedding, months before the wedding, if we can manage it. And that gives them so much more peace of mind and helps to make their day so much more enjoyable, because they have that at ease, and I've taken away that anxiety of the unknown.
Right. That is such a key piece of it. I mean, actually, I was photographing a wedding this last weekend, and they didn't have that piece. They were actually 10 minutes before the ceremony. They were actually asking me as the photographer, like, how do we line up? And just that panic feeling of them going, not really sure which order we're supposed to be in. And their officiant that they had, I think, was a friend, and he just got like his license or whatever online, and so it just was very casual. But I knew that would make you groan.
Well, it's not that, because I really do appreciate a friend or family member, the value that they can bring to the wedding.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to offer a consulting package, so that couples who do have a friend or family member get ordained on the internet, which is perfectly fine. But for just under $200, I'll come in and help them structure the ceremony and write the content so that they have a well-balanced ceremony, but also get that lineup in order. Send them a supplemental like rehearsal guide. Even if they don't do a rehearsal, that will lay out for them how to do the pre-ceremony organization and get that group ready to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
And if they have the extra budget, they can also hire one of my people to come out and be their on-site coordinator. And that is also really reasonable. And we're only there for the ceremony to just get the wedding party moving and make sure all those details are taken care of.
That's so well worth it. Just having that confidence in that go-to person that is just taking care of all of those details is it's worth its weight in gold. I will tell you, I've done a lot of events, and when I see events that are taken care of with the officiant having a good rehearsal with the wedding party, and then those day of coordinators, that is just, it just makes everything smooth and feel good, versus that little scary feeling in the beginning, like, oh gosh, we don't quite have this right, and what do we need to do, and we're trying to pull it together. Versus gosh, it's calm, cool, collected, and we're just going to go and enjoy the day and enjoy this ceremony and go get married. So those services are well worth it, Susan.
Yes, I realize that they are very valuable. So I love to get the word out. Of course, we love to perform the ceremony ourselves, but I just love to get the word out that I can offer that level of service, and I'm happy to do it, because my whole goal in starting my business was to help couples to achieve their dream of a wedding that went wonderfully, that was everything they wanted, and that was as stress-free as could possibly be. And this is just another way that I can help them to achieve their perfect day.
Yes. And that's so beautiful. That's an awesome service. And yes, that's what I love about having these little podcasts too, because we're learning about all the different services and some of the ones that are just like, oh, that's awesome. Good to know. I will put that in my memory as well. So when we run into those clients that are looking for that, we can be recommending that part of the services that you offer as well, which is great.
Hi, everybody. This is Matt Sherry with Complete Wedding and Events Minneapolis. We do events. We do photography, videography, DJ, photo booth, lighting, day of coordination. At Complete Wedding and Events, we capture, we create, we do. If you're having an event, check us out today, completewedo.com/Minneapolis.
There's a lot of people that may be thinking about starting their own business. You've been in the industry for a good amount of time. You have a great reputation. Do you have a tip that you could share with those that are thinking about maybe starting their own business?
Well, I guess if I would say what I think is the most important thing to having a successful business is considering what you want to offer to enhance your couples or clients' celebration or their life, depending on what service you aim to provide. research the local market to find a need or a niche that is currently lacking, and create your branding and imagery in a way that makes an impact. And then, of course, network. Network with the industry, reach out, make friends, become known for your services, like we did, Michelle. We networked with one another, and you know, I was part of the beginning of TCWEP, which has been just such a wonderful tool in my becoming who I am in the industry, because I have been able to meet people, and people know me and they know my name, and then that gains trust, and they can recommend me with full confidence.
Amen.
Also, yes. But also, I think that one of the most important things about running a successful business is to be detail oriented and organized in your work. And once a job is complete, ask for reviews from everybody that you work with.
Oh, you touched on a good thing there. I think sometimes, you know, to ask for the review. It's a huge thing, especially when you're getting started, because people do look for the reviews when they're considering a service or vendor that they may be wanting to utilize. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
I love to shop on Amazon because, and I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't name drop like that, but one of the things that I like the best, and it doesn't matter really where I'm shopping, but I like to online research what I want to buy, and I read those reviews, and I carefully consider what other people had to say about the product that I'm looking at. And I know that my couples also do that. They go to those marketing sites and they read those consumer reviews, or in my case, you know, my previous couples reviews, and that gives them a lot of confidence to choose a Perfect Day Ceremonies and Affordable I Do's, and to just know by other people's experience that we're going to be there for them and we're going to support them, and they don't have to worry.
Right. I love that you have the team that you have, and you're outside of the Twin Cities. Your services are in the Twin Cities, but also kind of the Upper Midwest, right? You have services that are available.
Yes.
Outside of the Twin Cities.
We do. We travel. We charge a travel fee, of course, because you have to do that. I'm sure you also did this, Michelle. You can't really, serve a couple that's right out in your backyard for the same price that you serve a couple that took you an hour to drive there.
Yes.
So, but we're happy to travel, and we can go up to about 150 miles. That will cover Duluth, and we'll even go up to the North Shore, depending on the time of year. One of the things that I have to be careful of when I'm taking on a new client is my ability to support them no matter what. So if I take a fairly long distance travel wedding, I know that I can't. I need to know that I can cover that if something happened to their officiant. If we had an illness or something, that I have to be able to, with confidence, know I can cover that. When we have some of the dates where we're going to be fully booked, like this year it was June 20th, summer solstice was a Saturday, and 10/10, of course, we just got through that one. That was and we were so lucky with the weather. But there are a lot of those little catchy dates, and other times of the year, like the last weekend of August is always super busy. So when I know we're going to be busy, I do decline travel weddings, just because I want to have confidence that I'm going to be able to support that couple. And I do have contacts with up north officiants that I can refer them to as well. So
that's the beautiful thing about networking. Getting to know who we can confidently refer to, and that sort of thing. I want to hear a favorite story that you have about your business.
Well, the story I just shared about how I started is probably my favorite, but I've been a part of so many unique and exciting weddings over the past 15 years. And although, I'd never say I've seen it all, because as soon as I say that, I'll be surprised. But I have seen a lot. Most of my favorite memories are just how touching it is to see a couple make their vows to one another, and how unique they can write their story to one another. But I have had several fabulous pageantry weddings, including Hindu weddings where the groom arrives on a white stallion or even an elephant.
Wow.
I also did a 3-act musical wedding for a same-sex couple that ran 2 hours and featured songs that told the couple's journey together, including their struggle for gay rights. And it was performed by one of the grooms and several musicians and singers, actors from the Chanhassen. So that was a fabulous experience.
Wow. Well, yes, you've had quite a bit of different, I love all the variety and just all the different levels and different ways that people celebrate their day. I mean, I would have to say that that's one of my favorite things too, is just seeing the uniqueness, and that the no wedding is the same.
Yes. Well, as a photographer, I'm sure you can appreciate the joy that comes from animals being involved.
Oh yeah.
And the fun memories that come from that. Dogs have been the most popular that I've had so many canine fur babies in weddings that I adapted Taylor Malley's How Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog, especially for a wedding reading. And we dedicate the reading to their babies.
Oh, that is so, yes, the fur babies in the event weddings, and oh my gosh, yeah, it's so fun to have them included. And I love that. Yeah, there's more and more spaces I think are welcoming that as well.
Yes,
so, yes, really cool.
My first doggy wedding featured a pair of Scotties as ring bearers, and they were so adorable, and they came up the aisle, but they were so excited that they wouldn't hold still to get the rings off their collars.
Oh my gosh. They're like, we did it, and we're excited, and we have all eyes on us, and yeah.
Yes, and my muddy paws are jumping on mommy's white dress.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love it too.
Yes.
The uniqueness and just seeing what they bring into their event that's special and unique and meaningful to them. Well, Susan, is there anything else that you'd like our listeners to know before we go?
I guess it's just that no matter what your vision for your wedding is, big or small, simple or elaborate, I'm ready to apply my experience and creativity to make your wedding day a perfect day.
Then you have a really fun phone number.
Yes.
Can you share that phone number?
Yes. So it's a custom number that I stumbled upon and worked very hard to acquire, much persistence again, but it's 612-2-SAY-I-DO. So when you look that up, it's 612-272-9436, but being able to remember it as 612-2-SAY-I-DO is a great fun.
So great.
It's also my license plate. So to say I do is my license plate, and I've gotten so many people who thought that meant my husband gave me my car as a engagement gift to bribe me to say yes.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I hope it's a really nice car.
It is. I love my Audi. So yes, it is a nice car.
Oh, that's so great. This was so wonderful, Susan. Thank you so very much. Learn more about Susan with Perfect Day Ceremonies Affordable I-Dos. Visit perfectdayceremonies.com. Learn more about networking opportunities with Twin Cities wedding and event professionals. We would love to have you join us for an in-person event or join us online for a virtual one. Visit tcwep.com. Thank you so much for listening.